But before we do that, we are going to talk about the big NYC live event that's about to happen. And to kind of segue us into that, I want to put up this comment from Ryan here. Question: the Twitter war between Chance and Marisol has been great for building the match with shots fired. Any way Chance leaves KOrruption after this year? We'll start with Liam. What do you think?
I think it depends on what happens with the factions. We don't know exactly. If it is free, Shannon's got a really, really tough choice to make because there's a very good chance Deception, at least one of their members, is going to have a belt still. If it's Marisol or the team, but she's also got to be loyal to Mike. So it's so hard. Who do you get rid of out of those four? Maybe Chance is the one. My guess is whoever loses tonight, potentially that's the one that's going to go.
How do you handle and I'm just going to say it, how do you handle the heat of being a female manager and you drop the first female singles champ?
Oh, that's a good point.
Heat. Just that right there is some heat. So I don't know if that's something Shannon would want to go.
Yeah, look, I personally, and again, Schmodown relationship aside, I say KO. You should move on. Like, make a storyline out of it. But realistically, not going to happen. Is it good for Corruption to keep Chance? Yes. But Chance has to think about Chance. If he has the chance to go somewhere else, it's time to move on. I would love to see him on a dungeon. I would love to see him on a Usual Suspects. Bring that different dynamic. Bring something new, because Chance is amazing, is good, but I think he's held back by KO. Give him new dynamics. Make him the leader role almost for Roxy, for the Stars. They need a leader. They need something, and he needs to shine through it, not always be in a shadow. And like Marisol actually was newer and overshadowed him now. She's a champion. So change in scenery will do good for him, but will be bad for Corruption.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan, for bringing this up, because I wanted to talk about this. I think they are setting up for Chance to leave Corruption because, other than Shazam, I think Corruption is the longest has played the most matches out of all the Schmodown history. I have to check my numbers, but I think it's either Shazam and Corruption. And I feel like Chance, I agree with you, Frenchie, that Chance is being held back by Mike. I think that's part of the storyline as right now. That's why they're kind of building up so that way they can give Chance that out. And I just feel that with Chance leaving, it's going to give him like a way to get out of Mike's shadow. It's always, Mike has always said, like, this is my protege. I trained him. I want to see him succeed. And it's like, yeah, well, now he's turning on you. I think that would be the best storyline right off the bat. So I think that's what they're setting up. Whether he wins or loses, I think that's where it's going to go, if not tonight or at the end of the season.
But let's go around the horn here real quick before we move on to the undercard match. Who do you got, Dan? Marisol McKee or Chance Ellison tonight?
Oh, this is a tough one, but I gotta say Marisol. I think she's just, I have a feeling like she's bringing it more, but I'm not doubting Chance's ability to take it. So I am picking Marisol.
Liam, what do you think?
I'm also Marisol, but it's extremely tough. I've picked Chance and Marisol every match they've had this year, so the fact they're now playing each other is like the hardest choice to make, but I have to stick with my favorite player, which is Marisol.
And Frenchie.
And I would say Marisol, sudden death, second round.
Ooh. Very specific.
Yeah, it's they are teammates in a sense, right? They're not in teams,
right?
But it's like, in any sport. I'm not just going to reference hockey, okay? Yeah, BJ Wade. In any sport, it's like you played with someone for years and years and years, and you train with them, and then you get exchanged, and then you have a match against them. Not only is it going to be an amazing match, but you can like you can see the person reads the other person before they think, right? So it's going to be so close. A lot of strategy. They're teammates, and Corruption wins in points no matter what. But I think they're competitive enough to really play it smart, to the point that they're going to be equal, and it's going to come down to the wire. But Marisol will be victorious.
Yep. And I am also taking Marisol. So